designed to enhance your life.
Across the world, one belief unites us: that every individual deserves the chance to rise.
QNet's presence spans
At the QI Group, this belief powers everything we do. Founded in 1998, in a time of challenge and change, the QI Group was built on a timeless philosophy: rhythm. Raise yourself to help mankind. Because when people grow, communities grow. And when communities thrive, the world transforms. Through our lifestyle, wellness, and home products, offered via our global e-commerce platform, we empower millions of micro-entrepreneurs to build meaningful and sustainable livelihoods. In education, we make world-class learning accessible, shaping future leaders who uplift their communities. In hospitality and travel, we create experiences that connect people, celebrate cultures, and support local economies. In luxury, we honour craftsmanship, creating timeless pieces that reflect heritage and artistry.
Join the ranks of those encouraged to dream and achieve.
And in retail, through Down to Earth in Hawaii, we champion sustainable living, support local farmers, and make wholesome, plant-based food accessible to all. Today, the QI Group spans more than 30 countries, bringing together cultures, ideas, and opportunities. We are active participants in global dialogues through the World Economic Forum, and as members of the United Nations Global Compact, we commit to responsible and sustainable business practices that shape a better future. Rhythm is our heartbeat. Through the Rhythm Foundation, we advance long-term change across 3 pillars: education, empowerment, and the environment, creating sustainable impact where it matters most. We are the QI Group, a global family committed to helping people rise so they can help others rise.
This is your QNet, where every day we champion you and build a brighter future together.
What a save! Holland!
Okay, I'll tell you this. I was a striker when I began.
There it is! They break records year in, year out, and City are the history makers for the first time ever. 4 titles in a row.
Thank you to QNet and Manchester City.
Thank you, QNet. Thank you, QNet.
Thank you, QNet.
Assalamu alaikum, hola, buongiorno, bonjour, marhaba, namaste, salamat datang. Good evening, good morning, everyone all over the world. Are you excited tonight? So let's start. My name is Mariam Zangar, an entrepreneur building my business across Asia, Europe, and Africa. A leader in this incredible organization, and at the same time, a mother of 4 amazing kids. And I have the absolute honor and privilege to be your host for this V Business presentation, which happens every second Saturday of the month. So here we are. You know, I didn't start on a global stages like this. I came from a small town in Tunisia with big dreams, but very limited opportunities. But inside me, I always had the fire, the dream to become an entrepreneur, the desire to make good money, and the determination to change my family's life forever. I was searching, just like many of you tonight, searching for a real opportunity. And one day, someone showed me this business. I didn't have experience and I didn't have everything perfect, but I had the courage to say yes. And that one decision transformed my life forever. This business didn't just give me growth, it gave me income, real income. It allowed me to support my family, travel, celebrate, and enjoy life while building my future. Because here we don't just make money, we have fun making it. From a woman with a dream in a small town, I became part of a global network connected to leaders and entrepreneurs across continents. So if you are here tonight searching for more income, more freedom, more life, more enjoyment, then stay locked in. because tonight might be the moment that changed everything for you. That's why, if still some of your guests didn't log in yet, please let them catch up. Let's start. You know, I want to share something personal before I invite our next speaker. I've known him since the day he joined this company, and I've watched his journey closely. He's not only a great leader, he's a leader who leads by example, someone who is always there, working behind the scenes, working hard consistently to help the network grow and succeed. He is man of his word, and in this industry, that is priceless. Because success is not built only on a vision, it's built on integrity, commitment, and leadership you can trust. And he represents all of that. He's a truly strong pillar, not just for this company, but for every networker whose life he has impacted along the way. And I believe having great men and leaders like him in our journey makes the past success clear, stronger, and more possible for all of us. So it's both an honor and privilege for me to introduce once again our Chief Network Development Officer, Mr. Trevor Kuna.
Thank you so much, Mariam. Mama Mariam, the mompreneur from around the world. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way, to everybody here live in QI Tower in Malaysia. Welcome to the VBP, first one of the year, actually. So let's get down to it, all right? Let's be honest with each other for a second here, okay? You didn't come here for, looking for a side hustle, okay? You're not browsing, you're not looking out of curiosity. All right? You came here because somewhere inside of you, there's this voice that just keeps saying, there has to be more than this. More than trading your best hours for someone else's dream. More than waiting decades for a freedom that never actually shows up. And you really want to build something on your own. Something with meaning. Something on your terms. And look, I've been in this business for almost 20 years now. I've seen a lot. And the thing that it keeps coming back to me is that the people who do the best here in this business are not only chasing the income, but they're also building something that lasts. Now, think about what is happening in the world right now. The traditional path, trade your time for money, build someone else's vision, wait decades for freedom. That model is breaking down. People know it, you know it. Social enterprise is the shift. You build something that creates value. Profit and purpose grow together in every transaction. And freedom happens on your timeline, not someone else's. That's exactly what QNet is. A launch pad into this new economy, where business success and real human impact grow together. So today, I'm going to walk you through how QNet brings two powerful forces together. One is entrepreneurial freedom, which is your business, your rules, your global reach. The second one is the social enterprise impact, where every single sale actually lifts someone else up. So let's get into it. Now, every great journey starts with people who see the world a little differently. All right, so in 1998, QNet's founders, Vijay Eswaran and Joseph Bismarck, didn't build a company to get rich. They built it to prove something that most people in business thought was naive, that a company should serve people, not the other way around. And that belief is what started everything. And that connects back to one idea: raise yourself to help mankind. And I want to be clear, that's not a tagline on a wall somewhere. This is the operating system behind every decision, every product, and every opportunity in this beautiful business. And you're going to see it show up again and again as I walk you through this presentation. So when the founders said profit and purpose belong together, they didn't stop at QNet. They built an entire ecosystem to prove it. Quest International University is educating tomorrow's change makers. The Rhythm Foundation is building schools and empowering women. QVI hotels and resorts are creating unforgettable experiences. The V is your networking accelerator. And your entry point into this ecosystem is QNet. Now, why does this matter to you? Because when you share QNet with someone else, you're not just talking about products, you're inviting people into something bigger, a movement where their success directly fuels real impact in the world. And that's very different. That's a very different conversation than, hey, you want to buy this? So let's clear something up, because I know some of you heard about direct selling or network marketing and had maybe an allergic reaction to it. That's fine, totally normal. I get it, all right? But forget what you think you know, because this isn't 1995. This is entrepreneurship built for how we actually live today. Your storefront, it's your phone. Your market, it's customers across more than 100 countries. Your edge is that real human connection in a world that is drowning in algorithms. And direct selling is a $160 billion global industry, with wellness leading the way. But here is what makes QNet different from the rest of that industry. We fused that trust that comes with personal recommendations with the reach of e-commerce. You build globally without borders. And that's what they call real entrepreneurial leverage. So let's get practical for a second, okay? These aren't hypotheticals. These are problems that millions of people are dealing with right now. High unemployment. With QNet, like I said, you can start a real business from your phone today, not next month. How about rising cost of living? You're selling to a global market, not just your neighborhood. No startup capital? This is a low risk with no inventory and definitely no warehouse in your garage or your basement or your attic. And what about barriers to entry? You've got a fast learning curve because this business is built for students, professionals, parents, people with real lives. This isn't theory, because hundreds of thousands of QNet entrepreneurs like Miriam are already building their freedom this way. So when it comes to QNet, what are you actually plugging into? All right, you've got 27 plus years of stability, presence in over 100 countries. We're talking about more than 30 innovation-driven brands. We're talking about award-winning digital tools built for the way that you work today. And of course, an incredibly supportive community where your growth creates collective impact. This is truly an entrepreneurial launchpad with guardrails, momentum, and meaning built in. Okay, so let me show you what's actually inside this platform. And I'm going to be straight with you. I'm not going to oversell these products, all right? I want you to see for yourself why they work as conversation starters and as genuine solutions to real problems that people have. Now, every product you're about to see solves something real. And every sale creates that ripple effect that goes way beyond the transaction itself. So let me walk you through some of our greatest selling product brands. Now, with HomePure Nova, you get 9 stages of advanced filtration. You're keeping the essential minerals in your water. You're filtering out all those microplastics and harmful stuff, okay? This isn't just a water filter, okay? It's a peace of mind every time that your family takes a drink of water. And here's what makes it a powerful business tool. Every unit you sell means clean water access for communities that need it the most. So you're not just selling a product, you're starting a conversation about health and wellness and backing it up with tangible impact. Now, Amezcua is our wellness technology range. And I'll be honest, it's one of those products that's better experienced than explained. The BioDisc uses quantum energy alongside nature's geometry and wave patterns. And rather than just me making these big claims, we just let people try it. Put it in your water. You try it with your plants, okay? You see what you notice. All right, because the reason it works as a business tool is exactly that. It creates curiosity. People try it, they notice something, and they want to know more. And that's a much better starting point than any sales pitch. Now, how about Harmonique, the biosignaling patches that are working with your body, not against it? And many of our happy customers around the world are reporting improved sleep, better focus, and easier movement. And here's the thing. People are often noticing a difference quite quickly with these patches. And that makes it one of the easiest products to share, because when someone has a genuine experience, they want to talk about it. And this is where wellness is heading. And guess what? QNet has it. It's already here in QNet. All right? Now, how about Bernard H. Meyer? This is legacy and Swiss craftsmanship designed to be passed down through generations, kind of like the business that you're building. So when you wear a Bernard H. Meyer Swiss watch, it's a reminder of what you're working toward. And when people ask you about it, and they will, that's your opening. And of course, one of my favorites, with QVI, you're getting access to travel experiences that don't break the bank. So let me remind you, these are things that people already want. And your job is to introduce them to something that they didn't know existed. And products this good create natural demand. But how about that credibility factor? How about that credibility factor about the industry and about the business? Well, that comes from something bigger. So let's talk about what matters enormously in the direct selling industry. Take a second. What do you think it is? It's trust. And QNet has earned more than 200 global awards based on that trust. We hold memberships with direct selling associations around the world. And our compliance framework is built for the long game, not the quick dollar. Because when you represent QNet, you speak with authority, not because you're loud, but because the brand behind you has earned that respect. And that kind of credibility, you can't buy that, okay? But you get it with QNet from day one. Now, here's where most companies drop the ball. They hand you a catalog and they say, good luck. We don't do that. We give you bite-sized product videos, ready-made social media reels and stories that you can share instantly. No design skills needed, all right? We give you live mentorship and business coaching from the V. And QNet Pro training, man, this is real entrepreneurs, okay, that are building trust first and revenue second. And these are tools in your pocket, mentors in your corner. Now, I know what you're thinking. How do I actually make money from this, all right? And that's exactly the right question, because this business model has real leverage built into it. So it's about what you do and how the system multiplies your effort over time. And in a few minutes, Kalai is going to walk you through exactly what that looks like, how the model works, how you earn, and why it creates a very different income picture. So please stay tuned, because that's where everything is going to come together. Now, let's clear some myths up, all right, for a few things before we go a bit further, because there are some common myths about building this kind of business. And I'd rather just be upfront about them, all right? So one myth is you need to quit your job immediately to do this business. No, you don't. You build at your own pace. And most of our successful partners built their foundation while keeping their day job. This is what they call a marathon, all right? Not a sprint. Okay, here's another myth. Myth number 2. This requires 80-hour work weeks like a startup. Okay, you're not Elon Musk. Don't worry, all right? The reality is that consistency beats intensity. A few focused hours each week with the right system and the fantastic support of your upline and your partners will build real momentum over time, and you will be taught to work smarter. Myth number 3, you need to be a born salesperson with a huge network. Reality is you learn to share what you believe in. When you're excited about products you actually use and a purpose you believe in, that authenticity does most of the heavy lifting. Now, here's the honest truth. This isn't about becoming someone you're not. It's about becoming a better version of yourself with a system, with a supportive community, and a purpose that amplifies what you will bring to the table. Now, Achievers Club, this isn't about trophies. This is about recognizing the builders, the ones who hear no and turn it into a not yet. And look, when you earn your place at the Achievers Club, all right, it's something else. All right, we're talking about retreats in places that most people only see on their screensavers. Okay, we're talking about real time with our founders, not a quick photo, but actual conversations. And you can't buy that. You can't buy your way into that, all right? You earn it. But what really keeps people coming back is knowing that what you're building is changing lives way beyond your own bank account. Now, talking about credibility, we don't sponsor athletes just to put a logo somewhere, all right? We back stories that mirror what the community is all about. Now, if you look at Chetan Korada, he lost both his legs when he was a toddler. He became a championship-winning professional race car driver without any challenges, because that's what his resilience is all about. His resilience is fantastic. You talk about the Confederation of African Football, uniting a continent through shared ambition. That's about community. Now you look at Manchester City, more than a decade as partners with QNet. So when a club like that chooses you for that long, the world notices. And what is all this meaning for you in your business is that when people see these partnerships, they stop asking, is this real? And they start asking, how does this work? And that's a completely different conversation. So you're not just backed by a logo, you're backed by stories that people believe in. And your job is to take it from there. Now, let's talk about the heartbeat of this whole thing, because this is what really sets QNet apart from every other business opportunity out there in the direct selling space. And it starts with FinGreen. FinGreen is something nobody in this industry likes to talk about. What's the point of earning more if you don't know how to manage it? And entrepreneurship without financial literacy is just gambling. And FinGreen is our answer to that. We are teaching young people, small business professionals, small business owners in communities around the world how to spend wisely, how to save consistently, and of course, build real financial stability. Because the next generation shouldn't just earn money, they should understand it. Because this is not charity. This is building the foundation for lasting freedom. So as your business grows, so does the planet. So Green Legacy is one of those things that makes people stop and say, wait, really? Over 15,000 trees and counting across Asia and Africa. Now think about that for a second. Legacy isn't just what you leave to people. It's what you leave for the planet they inherit. Now, here is the true heartbeat of our company. Rhythm Foundation. I talked about raise yourself to help mankind. This is where it all comes together. Schools built for children with special needs. Women in rural villages launching micro businesses. Clean water flowing to communities that didn't have it. These are futures that are being rewritten, not in some abstract feel-good way, but in a measurable, tangible way that you can actually point to. Raise yourself to help mankind. Again, that's not a slogan that you hear once a year at an event. This is the engine behind every sale you make. And here's what it means in practical terms. You don't give back after you succeed. The impact is built into the business model from day one. That is social enterprise, and that is the difference. So, here we are. You've seen the platform, the products, the credibility, the tools, the global reach, and the impact that this business creates every single day. Now it comes down to you. And this isn't about being perfect, okay? Nobody who built something meaningful started when they felt ready. They just started. So the question isn't, can I do this? It's, what could I build if I started today? Can you imagine that? So here's the next step. Talk to the person who brought you here. They're not a salesperson. They're your potential business partner. Choose one product that excites you and take the step. Because the best entrepreneurs don't wait for permission. They start before they feel ready, and they grow into their potential. And along the way, something magical happens. So your launch pad is right here. What will you build on it? And whatever you decide, we're building it with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Trevor Kuna, for that very insightful and powerful session. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give him another round of appreciation for sharing such valuable information with us today. Through his presentation, we were able to gain a deeper understanding of QNet as a global company, a company built on strong foundations operating across many countries and committed to transforming lives through entrepreneurship. He also walked us through our portfolio of exclusive, high-quality products that are not only innovative, but designed to bring real value to people in areas such as wellness, lifestyle, technology, luxury, beauty. And most importantly, he reminded us that our business goes behind profits through the philosophy of rhythm. Rise yourself to help mankind. This principle reflects the true heart of our organization, that as we grow personally and financially, we also carry the responsibility to uplift communities, serve humanity, and create a positive impact in the world. So once again, thank you, Mr. Trevor, for giving us such a clear and inspiring overview of the company, our products, and the purpose that drives everything we do. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving to a truly powerful moment in our program. Our next speaker is not only a global leader, but someone I personally have had the privilege to learn from him and supported through my journey. He is the Chief of Business Growth of our beloved organization, the V, a visionary institution that guides, mentors, and empowers independent representatives all over the world. And I want to say this from my heart. So many times in my journey when I was pushing for higher sales, or when I was stretching myself to reach the next level, when I had the vision to open new markets, he was there with his support, his guidance, and his belief. He's the kind of leader who steps in when things feel impossible and helps you make the impossible possible. A true servant leader, someone who leads behind himself, always committed to helping the network grow, expand, and win together. This is why we are incredibly lucky and deeply proud to be guided under the umbrella of the V, and to have a leader like him walking this marvelous journey with us. So get ready to be inspired, empowered, and energized. Please join me in giving a big, loud global welcome to Mr. Vino Joel.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to our V Business presentation. I'm here to talk about the V. Yes, I am the V, and so are you. I'll explain to you why. The V is a global training and development company that offers the network leaders a wide range of experience. We handle everything and anything that you need to be successful in this business. Why the V? How the V started? Well, the V was established, surprise, surprise, in 1996. So we were established in 1996 with a company called V Grupo. That's how the V started. It started building into 1998 when QNet was established. We changed to V Team. So V Team was there from 1998 until 2010. And if you see below the logo, we were always, until today, it's always about your success and our passion. The logo is a bit different that you see over here right now because this logo was there from 2011 till 2016. And here you go. This is the we that everybody knows. This is who we are. We are limitless. So this is why the we was created.
Ever wonder why geese fly in a V? It's not just beautiful, it's brilliant. Each bird flies just above the one in front, reducing air resistance. They take turns leading, so no one bird gets too tired. When one goose falls behind, two others stay with it. They honk to encourage each other. Together, they fly 70% farther than alone. Nature reminds us, teamwork isn't just efficient, it's essential. Leadership is shared, support is instinctive. Imagine what we could do if we moved through the world like this.
It's all because of teamwork. It's all because they are together as one. And this is who we are. If you are together as a team, you will achieve much more. And our two lead word guys, of course, I mentioned it earlier, Jabadas Bismarck, and of course, the one and only, our great founder, Dato Sri Vijay Ishwaran. Okay, now let me talk a little bit about the we and what we do. As I said earlier, we do trainings. So here are all the trainings that we do. You can see all this beautiful logo. The last one, of course, this is what we are doing, like here. And we have leadership camps, we have We Educate, online events, and of course, we have trainings like VLab and V Elite Training. These are all to improve you and for you to climb the ladder in the V. Now, we also do, other than training events, we do world tours. We do everything. We are everywhere, guys. There's so many events that I don't have the time to mention it one by one. You have to go and look for your upline and ask him. Our flagship event, guys, none other than V Convention. And to all my brothers and sisters from all around the world, this is an event that you shouldn't miss. Why? Because this is the event that all the greatest networkers, V ambassadors are going to be. So make sure that you are there because you will see QNet exhibition like never before. You think the World Expo exhibition that is happening around the world is great? You have not seen what QNet does. Their exhibition is mind-blowing. And the people that are going to go on this stage and speak to you, this is where the click happens. Now, I've been talking about V ambassadors. Who are they? The next V ambassador is you. And all you have to do is this. You have to grow in the business. You have to attend our trainings, come to our events, go to ISB. And when you are successful, you start off from there. And then you climb the ladder. And your ultimate goal is to be a V partner. And who are these V partners that I talk about? These are all the V partners that we have right now. These are the main V formation blocks that flies all the time. And they only carry two very important messages. One is to reach 1 billion heart, and the second is rhythm. These are all my flock. And this flock, we are always coming and aligning with the V partners, with our founders, because we take their message to the ground, guys. And these are the V business development who are always out there. Now, after showing you all of this, do you understand that you and I, we are the we? The we is only possible because of you and because of all of us.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bino Joel, for that powerful and inspiring session. Always the V is for us, with us in this journey. And this is really a privilege that you cannot find it in any other company. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we move to a powerful example of what this opportunity can create. Our next speaker is a leader. 19 years of experience in this business, a journey built on consistency, resilience, and strong leadership development. Currently expanding across Turkey and Europe. He focuses on building sustainable networks and empowering people to grow. His story is a proof that success is not about talent alone, but about belief, commitment, and the courage to keep going. Please join me in welcoming VC Erkan Gürbüz.
Zengin insanların evlerine güzel halılar satardık. Halı satıcısıydım. Maddi zorluk vardı ama pek benimle alakalı görünmüyordu. Fakat ben daha sonraki dönemlerde o maddi sorumluluğu üzerime alarak büyük değişimler yarattım. Ben bu işten önce halı satıcılığı yaparken tanıdığım bir insan vardı. Alaaddin abi, benim abim. Ve gelmiş geçmiş bütün tecrübelerimi, hayat derslerimi ondan örnek alarak, onun verdiği tavsiyelerle sürdürüyordum. Bir gün hayatımın en önemli tavsiyesini verdi. Telefonla beni aradı. Hayatımız kurtuldu, yırttık gibi cümleler kullandı ve ben çok heyecanlandım. Çünkü çok duymak istediğim bir sözdü onlar. Sırtımdaki halıların hepsini attım ve ne diyorsan yapıyoruz dedim. Ve böyle tanıştık. Ama ben onlar için çok şeyler yapabileceğime inanarak büyüdüm. Fakat her zaman babamın gözünde benim ona karşı yapabileceklerimin neler olabileceğini tahmin edemediğini görürdüm. Yani babam beni tanımazdı. Ben babamın kahramanı olmak istedim. Elini yaptım ve bu işte babamın hayatını kurtardım. Babamın kahramanı oldum. Benim babamın tefecilere borcu çok büyük. Ve benim de tam olarak babama kendimi ispatlamam için ve o gün geldi, son gün, aylarca, yıllarca ödemeler sonrasında babamın borcunu bitirdik ve benim hayatımın dönüm noktası babasının kahramanı olan Erkan olarak değişti. Babasının hayatını kurtaran ve onun için network kuran, network'u o olmasaydı belki de kuramayacak olan kişiydim. Benim için budur. Bize gerçekten bu iş sayesinde ve bizi belki de çok sevdiği için bu iş sayesinde çok yüksek kazançlar elde etmemize sağlıyor. Ama inanın bu kazançların hiçbiri bireysel olarak kendimiz için değil. Allah bizim insanlara yardım edebilme potansiyelimizi bildiği için bize bu paraları veriyor. Bizim insanlara yardım edebileceğimizi bildiği için bizi seçmiş. Belki peygamber olamayız, belki çok büyük alimler olamayız ama biz şu anda Allah'ın yardım elçileri olabiliriz. Evet, ben bir We Council'ım ama ben aynı zamanda God Council'ım aslında. Öyle diyebilirim.
Thank you so much, VC Erkan, for that truly powerful and inspiring session. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give him another big round of appreciation for sharing his journey and wisdom with all of us today. And his message to all of us is clear. Stay committed, keep believing, keep improving, because when you do, results will always follow. So once again, thank you, VC Erkan, for inspiring the entire network and reminding us of what is truly possible in this journey. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving to the most important part of tonight's V Business presentation. It's my absolute privilege to introduce a leader whose journey represents courage, consistency, and the unstoppable power of dreams. By profession, she is an electrical engineer who spent almost a decade in the corporate world. But she chose a different path, one driven by deeper purpose, stepping into the business to make her father's dream a reality. Starting from Malaysia, she expanded into Africa at a time when many were not willing to travel or step outside their comfort zones. She chose to go where the opportunity was, crossing borders, cultures, and challenges, and over the years built a strong international leadership network that has been growing for almost 2 decades. Today, she leads a powerful organization where more than 80% of the leaders are women, empowering them to build independence, confidence, and a better future for their families. And if you allow me, I want to share something personal. She was the first person who truly pushed me beyond my limits, who believed in my potential even before I fully believed in myself. She personally chose me to step into the stage of V Convention, in front of more than 20,000 people. And that was one of the most amazing and unforgettable experience of my life. This is who she is. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a powerful global welcome to V partner, Kalarasi Manikam.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And before I even begin, Mariam, who is connecting from Qatar at this point of time, I want to thank you for holding the screen today. Thank you for introducing me. And I am grateful for the leaders who stood before me that allowed me to rise so that I could raise more people today. Today, afternoon, evening, no matter where you are, I want to talk to you. So if you are sitting somewhere and this is the first time you clicked and connected to a presentation invited by someone, raise your hand. I know I can't see you, but I want you to raise your hand. First time. If you just got started and this is your first VBP, raise your hand. Whether you are alone, whether you are with a team, with few people in your living room, in your car, driving, or you are sitting with a group of people, raise your hands. But if you have been presented already and you know the plan, you know the presentation, you came to get more information and make a decision today, raise your hands. Tonight, I'm speaking to you, okay? So I want you to get comfortable. For the rest of you coming back, welcome back. This is the place that we really come back every month, all right? This happens all the time. I don't know why. I got it, okay? I just want you to relax. I'm going to be talking to you for the next 30 minutes or so. So pay attention. I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff. But before I even begin, for those of us, we are meeting for the first time, majority of us, I want you to know me a little bit more. Yes, Mariam did a beautiful introduction, but let me just introduce you. This is me. This is how you spell my name. You can call me Kalai. I'm from this beautiful country, Malaysia. Okay, born, grew up, went to school in Malaysia. My grandparents migrated here many, many, many years ago. And my father and my mother, thank God for them, I still blessed to be able to spend time with them, to see them growing older. I thank God for that. They did not get a chance at formal education. So I was among the first in my family that actually graduated from a university. And my father believed and believed in education more than anyone else that I know, because he never got a chance at it. You always want something that you never got. So he believed in education. So I had a dream that I wanted to be able, my father's dream to come through. I wanted to make sure that his dream, that education will put me in a different place in this country. Education will take care of me and my next generation a reality. Okay? Many of you probably come from a family, you are the second or third generation, got education, or even maybe the first generation. So coming from a small town in Kuala Lumpur, the city, it wasn't easy. Okay? Because I was in the village all my life in a small town. Everywhere, from the school to my home to the hospital to the market, by bicycle, cycle, 10 minutes. That's it. Okay? So then coming to the city, Kuala Lumpur, and suddenly it was not easy. Renting a room, getting to work, working here, paying my bills. My salary was so little. I started off with barely a 500 US dollars in Malaysia. That's like 2,000 ringgit Malaysia. It's a small money because my rental alone was $150. Okay. And then I thought things will get better. My sister came to the city. She was an economist, worked for a TV station, and it got tougher. Then my younger brother came to the city to go to the college, and it got tougher for us because many things that my father thought would be easy did not get easy. It is then that I really wanted to do something. I did not know what to do. I knew I had my time after work. If you can see this time, I knew I had that. I knew I had to make money. I knew if I put more time, I would make more money. I knew I had to look at what my skills, how I can make more money, just like anyone else. I'm sure you would have thought of that, how to use your time, skill to make money. And guess what I did? I gave tuition. Why? That's the only thing I knew how to do. And I thought I was using my time better, my skills better. I chose Japanese children in Malaysia to teach English. Not that my English is really good. I can speak simple English. They needed simple English. Malaysia brought a lot of contractors. I graduated at the time. Job was everything. And Malaysia was booming. And they interviewed me even while I was in the university. They gave me a job even before I graduated. That was the time I graduated. So I thought, okay, I'll teach them English. Sounds good. Guess what? In a couple of years, I made close to 50 to 70,000 US dollars just teaching Japanese children. And I thought I did very well. And guess what? I took this money, I invested to expand myself in a business. Guess what happened? I lost this money within 6 months. And that was the time I understood this conventional business that I thought I could do because I had the money wasn't enough. I didn't have skills. I didn't have experience. I trusted the wrong people and I lost my money. And I rejected 6 times the invitation to see QNet presentation. 6 times. And you who came here and clicked here because somebody gave you the link, somebody invited you to a group viewing, somebody gave you, you went to somebody's house, I salute you. I rejected. So when I walked into the presentation that day, I was at the lowest motivation. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if this is for me, but I wanted to give myself a chance. I didn't understand. There were so many people, 500 over people in the room. And I just looked at the numbers, the numbers. And that day, the numbers hit me differently. And I asked myself this question, how if the numbers are real? How if the numbers works? How if this is my answer to the prayer? How if this is what I need for my family? How if this is what is going to give back my mom and my dad in the village what they truly deserve? So that day, I saw the numbers. And today, I'm going to show you the numbers. And I'm going to show you what made me get started today. Okay, what made me that day to get started? Because today, when I look back, I see this even more relevant today than ever been before. And something else struck me that day. And I thought it was always about time and money. The more time I give, the more money I make. Then I realized that day, there were a group of people who had a lot of time, but they didn't have the money. Today, there are many people who lose their jobs, who cannot find a job, who do not have a place to go to work. Maybe students, they are here, a lot of time, but they don't have the money, lost their job. Many people. I've been speaking to so many people lately who have lost their job. They have the time, but not the money. And back then, there were many. I was also here. Then there are people who don't have this and don't have this. They work so hard, they don't have any time and any money. And I didn't want to be here. And then there are people who don't have the time and then they have the money. And I've seen these people back home in my town, those who work the overnight, here, there, running a shop, running a clinic, running a firm. They work so hard. They have the money, but the drivers drive their car. The maids enjoy their home, and they don't have. They have to plan time. They have to schedule lunch. They have to schedule dinner. They have to schedule, they miss kids' play. And I didn't want to be that. That day I saw something that was this time and money. And I understood for the very first time in my life, this is the power of choices that I wanted. This is freedom. This is what my education should give me. This is what my effort should give me. This is what I should be doing. The more I study, I should be here. The more I put effort, I should be here. The more I earn, I should be here. The more I understand, I should be here. The more wiser I get, this is where I should be. And I chose that day to have the time and money. And today I'm going to be talking a little bit more on this, but I want to bring you just few slides, okay, just to help you see, okay, few things before we come back to these numbers on the board. All right, so I'm going to switch to my slides. Yeah. Time and money is what really today, in the last many years, this is what, to me, the true freedom, what QNet gave me. I left my job, retired, resigned at the age of 33, beginning of my 30s, and I never went back to work. And for the last many years, it has been power of choices, where I want to travel, which flight I want to take, where I want to sit. Like today, some part of the world, we celebrate Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. But I chose to be with you today. This is my gift of love for each and every one of you. And this is truly the freedom we are talking about with this opportunity. But today, a lot of capable people are struggling. The reality of today, struggle at job. You don't know when you might lose your job. Management changes, system changes, owners change, and you might lose that job. And then the talk about AI and robots replacing. And I saw how many percent the other day. I was looking at statistic. The entry level jobs are taken by automation. That means more fresh graduates are not going to have that job. And family, raising a family today, it's struggle, tough. What about children being single parent? What about someone you are taking care, not feeling well, not healthy, sickness? So many people are falling sick left and right. Probably you, not well, illness, and many people today, young and not well. It doesn't mean they failed. It doesn't mean you failed. It only means the system has changed. And we only have one choice, that is to change. The only thing that is constant is change. And change, there is two kind of change, and I realized this. One is you choose to change. I chose to change that day when I came into this hall because my business went down. I lost it. I had no money. I chose change that day. I chose to work. I chose to be inspired. Or if you don't choose to change, then you will be forced to change. So today, to me, truly, the gift of QNet came when I needed to choose to change. And I don't know where you are today and why you connected and what they told you, but I want you to know that the world is changing so fast, so fast. And if you don't choose to change, you will be forced to change. And that's the invitation today. And there's only 3 ways to get started. 3 steps to get started. It's so simple. You register, you buy a product, you talk to the person who referred you. They will advise you what to buy, how many products to buy. And you find 2, and we're going to talk about that. So before I get into the detail, progress into the numbers today, we need to understand the power of 2. And I'm going to use the board and explain to you, but I'm going to go slow with this, and let's go through this together. Anything that doesn't make sense to you, you don't really understand, it's okay, write it down, screenshot, record it, and go back to the person who invited you, gave this link to you, and discuss it with them, okay? So now, let me explain to you, what do I mean by power of 2? I hope you can see my board clearly. I only knew the world of savings. Savings. From young, I was told to save, to save, to save, to save, to save. To save for the future, to save for the rainy days, to save to do something, to save. If I'm not saving, I'm a bad person. Believe me, for years I struggled to save. I couldn't save anything from my job. The only time I saved money was when I did tuition part-time. I will work until 6, 7 o'clock. I will change into my different clothes and get to somebody's house and teach the night. And weekends I will teach. That's how I saved. So let's say this month, February, I give you $1,000. Or 1,000 ringgit, or 1,000 rand, or 1,000, whatever currency you are in, okay? Any currency, 1,000 euro, you just put whatever currency behind it. If I give you every month 1,000, the next month you have 2,000. The next month I give you another 1,000. Next month I give you another 1,000. Every month I give you 1,000 for your saving. Let's say we do 18 months. You get $18,000. Good savings? Powerful. One mistake in investment, you lose this money. One challenge at home, the insurance doesn't pay for the health, you lose this money. You decide to get married, this is not enough, you need another 0 next to it. You decide to buy something, this is not enough, it's done. You lose your job. Those days I used to tell people 6 months you keep your pay, 6 months is good as a security for if you lose your job. Later, for the last couple of years, I've been telling people after pandemic, 12 months, make sure you have 12 months security fund. But today, let me tell you, if you don't have 24 months security fund today, and if your only income is job, you are in danger. That's the reality of today. Please allow me to talk a little bit about the reality. Okay, so I thought this was it. But today here, I understood something about the power of two. I've never heard this before, but I know every living being duplicates. The cells become 2, then become 4, then become 8. This is how the nature works. So why not we do this in numbers? So if I give you $2 in the first month, February today, the next month I double up to 4. The following month I double up to 8. Then I double up to 16. I double up to 32, 64, 128, 256, 18 months. Can you guess what this will be? Do your numbers. Can I tell you how much? It is $1 million. 1M. Now tell me, you want to save 18,000 or learn to do 1 million? That day, and I told myself, this time that I have shouldn't be about $18,000. It should be about $1 million. And QNet works on the concept of doubling up. Why it's so powerful? Because you work on this leverage of doubling up. Let me now go through a little bit in detail to help you understand this. All right? If you need a paper, please take a paper. Now, when you register, you will have your ID. That ID is yours. The password is yours. Then you will buy a product or 2 product or 3 product or 4 product or 5 product. You can buy anything you want. You can buy a vacation. You can buy a watch. Today I'm wearing a beautiful watch from QNet here. Beautiful. You can buy a watch. You can buy a biodisc. You can buy a CP4. You can buy a water filter. You can buy what you want. Talk to the person who referred you. Let's just say you bought 1 product. You bought a CP4. A pendant. You don't know what is a CP4, don't worry, go and ask someone. If they say they don't know, then ask them what to buy. And you buy this product, you will get something called TC. You know, in Malaysia, we have IC, identification card. And I always tell people this is more important than your IC, okay, your ID, because this tracking center now becomes your business. Now, this can be passed to the next generation. And how did you get that? You bought a product, and in return, you got a TC. You own this for life, you pass to the next generation and the next generation. And this is equivalent to a business. If you think this TC is a shop that sells fried chicken on the street, then this is a shop that sells fried chicken on the street. But if you think this is a chain of Nando's around the world, then this is the Nando's. If you think this is McDonald's, then this is the McDonald's. If you think this is a hypermarket, this is the hypermarket. This is your shop. This is your business. This is your tracking center. It tracks the volume of sales and decides what's your payment every single week. You get paid 4 times in a month. When I heard that first time, I almost fell off the chair. Did I hear that real? Because I got paid once in a month. Now you're telling me 4 times? Yes, 4 times. And this TC has a left and a right group. Now don't ask me why left and right. Okay, it left and right. Okay, so left volume and right volume. Now, every product that you buy from QNet has a business volume in it. Like a CP4, a biodisc, Noah Home Pure water filter, or a Zane, or A watch could be 1,000 BV, could be 3,000 BV, it could be 5,000 BV. Check with the person who brought you. But today, let's say a product like a CP4, a Biodis is 1,000 business volume. Or you can call it a 1 unit volume for easy calculation. So I'll be interchanging it. 1 unit, 1,000 BV is the same. Now, you need one on the left, one on the right. Left and right. Now, what did I do? I went to my sister who's with me. I have a younger sister, and I said, you are getting started. We are doing this for the family. You know, we always wanted to take care of parents after their retirement. You wanted them to be comfortable. This is what we are doing together to make sure our family is comfortable. So my sister, Tipa, got started. And then in the university, I met a friend who came from Africa, Uganda. And she looked really pretty. And I invited to a presentation like this. And she was all dressed up, sitting there with me. The speaker came to me that day because I had a foreign friend and asked me, who's your friend? I said, this is my friend. And the speaker said, take care of your friend. I said, why? One day you will have business in Africa. And I said, wow, I want that. Why not? So this became Hajara. So Hajara and Tipa are my two, my sister and my friend. Now tell me, if you have a sibling, a spouse, a family member, that is your one. Do you have a friend who will follow you? And this is the friend. So how long will you take to find this two? 24 hours? 48 hours? 7 days? 14 days? Come on. I took a week to talk to them. One, I didn't have to say anything because she's my sister. I'm getting started, just get started. She said she's an economist, this is not a real business. I said, I don't care. You're just getting started because whatever we studied is not even helping us with our bills. How would we take care of our parents? So get started. She said, okay, you're my sister. If I don't support you, who will support you? Okay, I get started. And this one said, hey, babe, let's do it. Let's bring this back home. Your master's is not going to help your people in the village. But this, we can give it as a gift. She said, okay. Then I asked my sister, do you have your two? Because we need a two. She said, I got three. Can I bring them tonight? Will you talk to them? I said, bring your three. She brought the three and all three signed up on that night. And she said, you know what? I'm new here. I don't know, but I got one back home who will just listen to me, anything I tell her. I said, okay, where's one more? I have a guy in the university from Nigeria. Can we speak to him? I said, speak. So she got a two, she got her two. How long did that take? Another week, another 2 weeks. Because I took a little bit of time to talk to them. A week, two, we got another two. Now you see this? Now let me tell you how much you make. Okay, so this is your TC. This is your TC. Okay, it will have a number. Let's start with a 001. It will have a left and right. There are many ways to earn in this company, but I'm going to talk today about something called step commission. Can you repeat? Step commission. And I'm going to focus on step commission because the money in step commission is huge. So I'm going to focus on step commission. So when there is 3 unit volume on the left, 3 unit volume on the right is 1 step. Or you can call it 3,000 business volume, 3,000 business volume. So you get paid 1 step at a bronze $200 US, at a silver 225, at a gold 250, then it goes right up to blue diamond. Sapphire, platinum, 260, 275, 300, 330, it goes up. But today, I'm going to be talking more about 225 and 250, silver and gold. I'm going to be interchanging those two, or just maybe 225, easier to understand. Now, nobody should earn in bronze. Let me tell you that. It's very simple to go from bronze to silver. Your first check can be on silver. Okay? So 3, 3. So let's say now, okay, let's say this. Let me just get to the next page, easier for you to see. So this is your TC. Okay. So this is your left. By now you already understand this, how simple this is, left and right. I'm sure you already understand this already. Am I right? Left and right. So when you have 3 product moves, like somebody bought a pendant, 3 pendant, each pendant is 1,000 business volume. That is 3 biodis, each one is 1,000, so it's 3,000. Home Pure Noah is 1,000 business volume, so it's 3. So 3 product on the left, 3 product on the right. It's not about the people, because one can even buy 10 products. It's the products. So 3 on the left, 3 on the right. You get paid 3 UV on the left, 3 UV on the right, 2, 2, 5. Now, if somebody here talk to another 2, another 2, another 2, you have 10 UV here, 10 UV here, 10 biodis moved, 10 watches of 1 UV moved, 10 water filter moved. Guess what happened? Now, 3, 3, 2 to 5, another 3, 3, another 2 to 5, another 3, 3. Now you make 6, 7, 5. You got that? 3, 3, 2 to 5, 3, 3, 2 to 5, 3, 3, 2 to 5. Now, what happened if 30, 30? 30, 30. 2,250. Do you understand that now? Now, how if this becomes 300 on the left, 300 on the right? 22,500. Are you okay with that? How about if this becomes 3,000 UV on the left, 3,000 UV on the right? 22,500. Now, how if this becomes 30,000 on the left, 30,000 on the right? $2.2 million. Now you see this? Now I want to show you one more thing. I can show you a simple projection, but before that, let me show you this. And I saw that day. This is your TC. Now, do you have a sister, a brother, a spouse, a friend who believe in you? Yes. So now can you connect them to you? The 2 people or 3. Now they could be where you live. My sister was in Kuala Lumpur with me, and Hajara was in Penang, where the north of Malaysia. It's okay. Now, will they have another 2 to 3 friends? Will they have another 2 to 3 friends? Can you connect them? Will they have another 2 to 3 friends? Will they have another 2 to 3 friends? Will they have now another 2 to 3 friends? Can we go from Kuala Lumpur, where you're living, or wherever you're living right now, or Indonesia, Jakarta, Dubai, UK, wherever, Italy, wherever you're living, France, can we go to Dubai? Will somebody know somebody in the US? Will somebody know somebody in South Africa? Will somebody know somebody in Ghana? Will somebody know somebody in Nigeria? Will somebody know somebody in Thailand? Will somebody know somebody in Vietnam? Will somebody know someone in India? Will somebody know someone in what country do you want? Can this be one person? You become 2. Can it become 10? Can it become 100? Can it become 1,000? Can it become 10,000? Can it become 100,000? Can it become 1 million? Now, let me tell you something. When I looked at it, I asked myself, why not? Why not? This is QNet business. This is like how your Facebook, how your Instagram, how your TikTok, and you plus with Amazon or here, Lazada, Shopee, whatever shopping online program that you have, Amazon. So when you combine a Facebook and Amazon, a Instagram and Amazon, a TikTok, come on, today, my mom bought something from TikTok. And she didn't know how to pay. My mom never really went to school, so she didn't know how to pay. So she put cash on delivery. So when the product came, she took my sister's room. I need to pay. What did you buy? From TikTok shop. That's the world we live in today. So now, can you imagine your tracking center here, has its left and right. And I spoke to Tipa and I spoke to Hajara. And they spoke and it became my network. And guess what? Can I tell you something? I don't know if you have heard products. There are many products. When that product in Malaysia was launched, the Biodis many years ago, I didn't even know what it was. Within 30 minutes, I sold 70 units. 70. Why? Because people clicked and bought. And I was shocked. And I remember I was sitting with Hajara in Uganda doing presentations, and the company launched water filter Noah. I had no clue what it was. Overnight, I sold water filter. And I was telling Hajara, oh my God, when we drink, we're going to make money because people are buying. We don't even know what it is. And during the pandemic, the company launched CP4. I was super excited because I know people will buy. Within an hour, so many people bought. I couldn't even count. And I was like, people are buying. What are they doing? They click, they buy, click, they buy, they click, they buy, they click, they buy. But how did I start? I got a trekking center. I bought my product. And I remember then I bought a watch. Why? I wanted to give myself a gift. So I said, let me buy the watch. Then I brought my sister and I brought Hajara. Then I helped them. I kept them in the system. I kept them in the training. I took care of them. I brought them, one on the left, one on the right, to sit with me in every training. Every training, I did not go alone. I had a left, I had a right. I had a left, I had a right. I had a left, I had a right. Because someone told me, never come alone. I brought one left, one right, one left, one right. I've never been to a training alone. One left, one right, one left, one right. What am I building? I'm building an empire. I'm building a distribution channel across Asia and Africa and to Europe. What am I moving? Every single product that QNet puts again, and will click and click. And we will buy, and we buy. And the vacation came and people bought. I remember I was sitting in Nigeria and people were buying and I was like, what is that? Where you want to go for holiday? I don't know. If people are buying. Now you understand that? And I looked at it and I said, wow, I want this, man. I want this because this is it. This is it. Because this works when I sleep. I'm sleeping. Africa's awake. When I'm in Africa, Malaysia's awake. Every time, somebody talks to somebody clicks, somebody buys something, 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 somebody clicks, buy something. I make money. I make money in my sleep. And I was like, wow, good deal. You know why? You know why good deal? 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 Time and money. Time and money. Time and money. The power of choices, freedom. Now, you might look at it and say, what is this? What is Kalai talking? What is she talking about? Me being the Facebook, me being the Instagram, me being Amazon. Yes, QNet is the Amazon. You are the Facebook, you are the Instagram, you are the TikTok, you are everything. Every single person you talk to is your asset. Every single person can open their TC. Every single person becomes a shop. Every single person becomes a franchise. Every single person is your franchise. You take care of them, you teach them, you train them, you keep them in the system. How difficult to take care of two people in the system. It might not be the first two you find. Sometimes they might be difficult. Maybe you are not ready, but eventually you'll find the two. Now let me show you something. You okay so far? Can we still have another 5 minutes? Let me go through a little bit more numbers. I told you today, either I confuse you, I'll convince you. Either way, I'm okay. Okay? Because they said the best place to start is actually, confusion is the best place to start. Because that night, I saw only numbers and I was like, wow, how if this is real? How if I become Amazon? How if I become the Facebook? How I become the Instagram? That's what it is. Every time somebody clicks, you buy, you make money. Every time somebody talks to somebody, you make money. Now, let me do a simple projection, okay? Let's say you didn't take 7 days. It took you 30 days to bring your two, find your two. Are you okay with that? Can we deal with it? Okay, but don't take long. You can do this in a week. And each person that you brought in only purchased 1 unit volume. That's it. Nothing else. One product, one unit volume product. Okay? What to buy? You talk to the person who referred to you, they will tell you. So I'm going to do a simple projection. Okay? Let's say this is left. This is right. This is what not get paid will be brought forward. Then this is US dollars. Simple. This is February. Now, you brought your one on the left, one on the right. Okay? You don't get paid because it's not 3-3. Some countries you get paid for direct sales commission, enjoy that. But some countries, doesn't matter. It depends on the law of the land. So one on the left, one on the right. So you brought forward this for the next calculation. QNet pays weekly. I'm just doing a monthly just to give you a picture of what this could look like. Now March came. Now you help them, put them in the system, train them to find their 2. Can we do that? Now, what happened to you? 3 on the left, 3 on the right. You made your 2, 2, 5. So nothing to bring forward. Completed 1 step commission. Are we cool? Then April came. Now these 2 people found their 2. So you got a 4 on the left, 4 on the right. 3, 3, you got paid 1 brought forward, then you get paid 2, 2, 5. Are you happy? Yeah, nice. What did you do? Talk. What did you do? Bring them to the training. What did you do? Talk. Help them to find their 2. Now, May came. They did the 2. You become 8. Plus this become 9. So complete 3 steps. So this is 6, 7, 5. Cool? Okay? Now, June came. This became 16. This is 5 step. 1 brought forward. This is 1, 1, 2, 5. 5 times 2 to 5. Now, if I continue this for 12 months, this becomes 307,000 US dollars. 307. Now, I want to ask you, in the next 12 months, okay, for buying a product, a watch, a biodus, a CP4, a water filter for your family. A water filter, 1,000 US dollars. In many market, 1,100 in some market. Depends on the landing cost for the shipment. And bringing 2 people at the end of the month, end of the year, 307,000. Let me tell you, some will find their 2, some will not find 2, some can find 10, some can find 20, some can find 2, some might not do anything. Whether you, whatever, however you look at it, your left and right. Even you make 50% of this is 150,000. Even if you make 25% of this, 75,000 US dollars. Now, let me change this game a little bit. Okay, how if each one here did not buy 1 product, they bought 3 products, 3 UV, 3 UV. Because let me tell you this. Or the biodis or the CP4, they will buy the water. They like the product. Once they buy the water filter, they will buy the biodis. When they buy the biodis, they will buy the CP4. Once they buy the CP4, they will buy the watch because they want to give themselves a nice gift. Valentine's Day today, they'll buy another watch. Or they will might Physio Radiance because it's your business. Because when you click, you make money. You click, you make money. You click, you make money. And guess what? Now this, if everybody does 3, the same projection becomes 1 million USD. How do you like that? When I looked at it and I asked myself, how many kids must I teach to make $1 million? How many nights must I spend? I said, why not? How if this is real? Now this is not done yet. Let me show you one more thing. The best way to get started in this business, it is not 1 tracking center, it is 3 tracking center. This is TC001, this is yours. Now, this TC has another TC, which is 002, which is also yours. And there is another TC, which is TC003, which is also yours. The best way to get started is here. Why? Hey, I'm an engineer. Let me tell you, I always believed minimum input, maximum output. Why would you want to do maximum output, minimum input? You cannot go to the office and say, look, I want double of my salary because I have extra kid or I have someone not well in the house. Today, companies are, let me tell you, if you don't want to believe me, you better believe me. Companies are finding ways to throw people out. Did you hear the news? Google did not do they didn't do retrenchment, they did voluntary separation scheme. What is that? If you cannot match to the AI vision that Google has today, they give you a chance to leave the company by taking the voluntary separation scheme. If you do not do that, then you will have retrenchment. If you do not do that, they will find a way to sack you. That's what the companies are doing today. All major companies. Why? Because the skill you had, they don't need this. What you studied, they don't need this. So let me tell you this. Minimum input, maximum output. What is that? If this makes $1 million, this makes $1 million, what happens to your 001? You do nothing. It has its own left and right, which you're putting effort. 1 million, 1 million, $2 million here. So each time somebody buys a product, you don't get paid once, you get paid twice. Here and here. Here and here. Here and here. Can you imagine going to your boss and telling your boss, boss, I'm doubling up my work. Can you double up my pay? And I was looking at you and said, you mean if I work on my 2 and 3, my 1 gets paid? You mean I can actually put even my father here maybe? So I work on it, my father gets paid. Hey, Tipa, my sister, I said, let's put dad, let's put mom, let's put brother, let's all of them benefit from the effort, what we are doing. So my family get paid many times for one purchase because we have so many family members. And the other day I was sitting with someone who's at that place where he's going to lose his job because he works for a top MNC company and they're doing a lot of policy changes and he's going to lose his job. And I drew out his tree and showed him how every single sale that happens in his organization, in his tracking center, in his organization, they get paid 8 times because 8 tracking center of their family is here. Now you see why I asked myself this question. How if this is real? Now let me tell you this a little bit, okay? I want you to go back to sit today. Don't leave wherever you are. Call that person, talk to them, and tell them how you want to get started. Plan this triple header, 3 tracking center. Plan your product, plan your payment, how you're going to make your payment and get started. But let me tell you this. I've been here for almost 2 decades, okay? And my biggest challenge of building this business initially was my father. The reason because I built for him, but he was, I educated you. You went on to do a master's in engineering. In fact, I was the first girl in my convent, in my village that actually went to an engineering school. And he said, why would you draw boxes? Why would you draw numbers? Why would you do this? I tried to tell my dad. But one day I sat him down in his bedroom and I told my father, Dad, you educated me. You raised me well. What you taught me, it's enough for today. But I need this. I need this, Dad. I need this tracking center, Dad. I need this tracking center, Dad, for tomorrow. I need this for 10 years down the road. I need this for tomorrow. The world is changing so fast. And I told my dad that day, Dad, trust me. You did well. Trust God. He led me to the right people. Trust me, this TC is what is going to save our family in the future. And my dad that day decided to keep quiet. He never said anything negative about it. He never said no anymore. He allowed me to build my TC. Some years back, we went for lunch. And he told me something, and I don't know who needs to hear this, but I want to tell you today what he told me. He said, my generation made a big mistake. I said, Dad, what mistake, Dad? We sold our land, we sold our goats, we sold our cows, and we educated our children. And because of that paper, they are stuck, they are chained into an office, and they are not doing good. And I looked at my father and I said, Dad, I only saw you from the time I knew how to read, how to write, sharpening the pencils, packing food for the kids who go to school, and the parents couldn't give them food. The parents couldn't buy them papers and pen. You gave them because you said if the kid is hungry, he can't learn. If his pencil is blunt, he can't write. And every child where the school rejected that they couldn't learn, Dad, you brought them home and taught them how to read and write. You believe this education will save them. And I told Dad that education is what taught me that if I own a TC, no one can take this away from me. No retrenchment, no voluntary separation scheme, no company shutdown, no changes of founders, no changes of management, no changes of war, no changes of country, no changes in the government, no recession, no COVID, no pandemic. This TC is mine. And I said, Dad, that is why God gave me this TC. And today, my greatest gift in this business, not the dreams that I made come through, not the first car that I went and picked, which I didn't even dare to walk into the showroom, not the flights that I took, not the business class flights that I flew, not the hotels and the suites that I stayed around the world, not the countries I visited. My mother and father, my dad. My mom never worked, so she didn't have any retirement funds. My dad worked. He did not touch a single cent from his retirement fund. Since his retirement, he's 85. That's my achievement. That's Deepa and my achievement. That my dad did not take a single cent from the retirement funds. My mom is 79. Today she walks 7 kilometers every morning. She dances with her friends in the park. And anything that she wants today, she gets. That's the tracking center. Today, the time, what we have done, the home that I gave them, the chance we have had spending time with them, that's the TC. And today, standing here, where a lot of my friends they're not needed, but this TC is here. So today, before I leave you, let me tell you this. Someone told me a long time ago, it is much nicer to build this TC because you are inspired than you are desperate. Change is not an option. Change is the only constant thing. Change is the only thing that is there. But it's truly your choice to choose to change, or the change will force you to change. But make sure when the time comes, you have your TC. So to each one of you who are here, the ones who raised your hand the first time, just got started, see, someone forced you, someone pushed you, someone brought you here, call them and say, thank you. I want my TC. They can take anything away from you. They cannot take this TC. Welcome to the greatest journey, and not once in a lifetime journey, once in many generation time kind of journey with QNet and the We. Thank you.
Thank you so much, VP Kalai, for showing us the plan, the most important part in our session today. Ladies and gentlemen, what we have witnessed tonight is more than just stories, products, or presentations. We have seen a living example of what this opportunity can create. An opportunity that allows ordinary people to build extraordinary life. An opportunity that connects dreams to systems, vision to mentorship, and effort to global platforms. Through QNet, we have access to world-class products, a proven business model, and the chance to build sustainable income. Through the V, we are guided, trained, mentored, and developed into leaders capable of impacting lives beyond our own. This is not just a business. This is a vehicle for transformation. So tonight, I want to leave you with one simple but powerful thought. Act, starting now. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait for more confidence. Don't wait for circumstance to change. Make the decision today. Ignite the fire within you and take the first step toward making your dreams a reality with QNet and the V. Thank you everyone for being part of tonight's V Business presentation. And we look forward to seeing you rising with us in this incredible journey. We will see you at the next V Business presentation on March 14, 2026. Get ready, ignite your fire, and make your dreams come true with us. Thank you. Good night.
وتروقوا تحلى وخذوا احلى حلوا فحلى ونذوقوا عسل النحلة وتريق طويلة يما وانا عندي حلمة يما طريق طويلة يما وانا عندي كلمة يما وديقة ديقة 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 وربي معايا وديقة ديقة 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 وما نغزر شو رايا جاي من لبعض ونحب نمشي لبعيد وطريق الشوق خطوة يولي غوار وانا اللي مفرح الماما في العيد وانا اللي كبرت وليت راجل الدار والايام تدور مرة ليك مرة عليك تتبدل الامور اللي خذا منك اخاك بين ظلمة ونور كان مخك يضويك ماما مون امور ولدك طالب برزاك انا اللي تهبت وانا اللي سفريت وانا اللي نجحت ما جبتش اصفار وانا اللي كيف ادتني الكار جريت طحت وقمت وانفضت الغبار وانا اللي حلمت غدوة نولي كبير وانا اللي صغير وحقروني الكبار وكليت الكف ما عند المدير وكبرت وخلصت كريدي العطار وتروقوا تحلى وخذوا احلى حلوا فحلى ونذوقوا عسل النحلة وطريق طويلة يما وانا عندي حلمة يما طريق طويلة يما وانا عندي كلمة يما وديقة ديقة 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 وربي معايا وديقة ديقة 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 وما نغزر شو رايا وفقنا في الصبح والسرد يسيح نعرف لي قلبك ما هوش مرتاح وفقنا في البرد ومطر وريح والباب مسكر ما لقينا مفتاح واللي يمشي بكلام الناس يريح والفم الناتن ما يولي فواح وفرخ العصفور اللي ملعش يطيح وغدوة يكبر ويران وانا اللي حلمت نولي غسيل وصورت طريقي بالالوان يا زمان علينا قاسي وتمنيت المستقبل مزيان نعرف منين جيت والوين ماشي سوت الفرحة في عوض الأحزان ولو كان بكيت الضحكة تواجي وتروقوا تحلى وخذوا أحلى أحلى ونذوقوا عسل النحلة وطريق طويلة يما وانا عندي حلمة يما طريق طويلة يما وانا عندي كلمة يما وديقة ديقة 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 وربي معايا وديقة ديقة 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 وما نغزر شو رايك تروقوا تحلى اوه وغدوة احلى حلو فحلى ونذوق عسل النحلة وطريق طويلة يما وانا عندي حلمة يما طريق طويلة يما وانا عندي كلمة يما وديقة ديقة 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 وربي معايا وديقة ديقة 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 ديقة